Mike, there's a storm coming. Things are going to get bad. We're going to be tested. Just know we're good.
Tonight.
Boys, if you're seeing this, I'm probably dead.
Whoever gave the order to kill me is in the department. They're coming after you next.
You should be careful. Your people want you dead.
We're being framed. It's just us, no backup.
We got 2 suspects, Lowry and Burnett.
You set the damn fan on fire!
Everybody relax. The fire's on the outside. Now it's on the inside.
Y'all are some terrible fucking fugitives.
Put a bounty on them. They'll have it coming from cops, cartels, and every gang in the city.
The bounty is dead or alive.
Now I take the 3 in the front, you take the 6 in the back. Oh, no, the fuck you not.
You hit? No, like jelly bean. Nobody likes that shit.
These dirty cops attacked our families. We're not losing today.
I mean nasty Mike. Oh, city, bang, bang, motherfucker.
Be gone, Gator.
I rebuke you. See, Mike, that's how you command the universe. That motherfucker racist, Mike. Go. That motherfucker racist.
Rated R.
Boom, there you go. That was a trailer for Bad Boys, Ride or Die, the 4th film in the franchise, in theaters now, June 7th. It's your boy, Cleo P. Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Bad Boys, Ride or Die, is my bad boy, my brother in crime over here in the DC area, talking all things film. From the Peach Review, John Jones. How are you, sir?
Good, my friend. Good to be back.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming through, giving me some of your time to partner up, if you will, to be the Martin to my will, maybe, or the I'm the Martin to your will, whichever you want to rock with it. It's all good with me. Let's talk all things Bad Boys Ride or Die. This film is, again, the 4th film in the franchise, coming off the heels of Bad Boys for Life. I actually didn't see that one. Coming into this, I only saw the first 2 way back when, showing my age a little bit. So I had kind of low expectations, to be honest with you. But we'll get into that in the review part. Storyline wise, if you will, we kick off the film. They're on their way to a wedding, but my man Martin, he's got the munchies. Got to stop at this little convenience store on the way. Encounters a baddie trying to, stop and get some money from this store, and Martin only has a little bit of time before Will has to come in. And I'm sorry, I'm using Martin Will because I'm forgetting the characters' names. No, Mike Lowry is Will's character's name. I'm forgetting Martin's character's name out right now. So you're gonna have to get Martin Will, y'all.
Marcus.
He's like, "What's going on, man? We gotta go. It's my wedding." Right from there, we just see the beautiful chemistry that these 2 brothers have, and just brought me back to the memories I have of enjoying the first 2 films. Again, because I hadn't seen the 3rd one, but because of this film, I will go back and watch the 3rd one. So yeah, Will's character is getting married. We find out that from that, and here's also a sidebar story. If you missed the 3rd film like me, there's a lot of plot points and storylines that are continuing from that one. We find out that Will has a son who apparently murdered his former boss, which sets these characters down in a spiral where, because of that murder, the guy's dead, the brother's dead, and he's now being framed and for extorting and doing money laundering or something like that in the Florida area. They're pinning it on him, and so Will and Martin's characters are trying to uncover that, but through trying to uncover the mystery there, they're now caught up in the mix because the son who killed their former boss is out on the run, and so they're now out on the run, and we're all trying to figure out what's going on, and it's tied to the government and all of that. So that's quick and dirty story, y'all. We get introduced to some new characters. So I'm gonna head over to the cast, and I have the cast pulled up. First, let me actually go to the creative team because I always say that, you know, a lot of times these actors, in mad respect, get a lot of love, but you got to give shout outs to the writers, the directors, the people behind the camera that are giving us this amazing work. The directors on here are Adil Bilall as well as Bilal Fallah. You know them from Moon Knight over on Disney Plus. I really enjoy the Moon Knight series. I know a lot of people don't like the Marvel Disney Plus too much stuff, but I do. I'm a Marvel head, and they gave us some really good imagery. And in this, if you've seen any of this stuff on YouTube or TikTok or Twitter, there was some really inventive filmmaking on how they made a lot of the scenes in this film go. I don't know if you saw, John, but Will Smith had a rig on as he was doing one of the pivotal scenes in the film.
I saw that on Instagram.
That was right in front of him camera,
Crazy.
and then he actually had to flip the camera to do some of the other shots. So shout out to Will, you know, also knowing how to act as well as run the camera as well. Give that brother another credit there. So inventive filmmaking on this, but directors again, Adil Bilall, Bilal Fallah. Go check out Moon Knight if you haven't. The writers on here, Chris Bremner, Will Beall, as well as George Gallo. And the lead cast is obviously Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Vanessa Hudgens. We also have Alexander Ludwig, Paola Nuñez, Eric Dane. He's kind of like a baddie in this. Mr. Fantastic, Ioan Gruffudd is in there. We have Jacob Scipio, Tasha Smith. I love Tasha. She's great. Oh, Tiffany Haddish has one of the best lines in this joint. I love me some Tiffany because she just is out there. Oh, Joe Pantoliano, our Captain Howard, their former captain who passed in this. DJ Khaled, a host of John Sally. Let me give props. Let me find the actor who played my favorite character in this, who, again, because I didn't see the third one, I don't know too much about him, and I'm curious if that was where he made his introduction. He played Reggie. There he is, Dennis Green.
Dennis Green.
Reggie will steal your hearts, y'all. There's your cast, your crew. John, did you see the third one? Did they introduce Reggie there? Let me know your vibes coming into Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Look, this is how we complete this, because you saw 1 and 2 and didn't see the third. Yeah, I saw the first one and didn't see the second or third. So I saw the first one and the last one because I thought the first one was so good. I was upset they made a second. I was like, leave it alone.
Seriously?
Yeah. I was like, nah, I don't even want to ruin the beautiful imagery I had of the first one. So I didn't even see it. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, so then can I ask you, so now having seen this one, like, you know, we both saw it. Are you interested in going back to see For Life? Because I am now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many references to the past films in this, and especially the third one in this, especially with characters and, like you said, the plot points and things. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to it because it'll make more sense, but B, it'll make it even funnier because there were so many. It was for it to be a fourth installment in a franchise. It was actually pretty funny.
So that's actually perfect kind of sidebar question with what you're saying right there. Because you only saw the first one, you didn't see 2 or 3. You're gonna now go back. If you take away, you know, it's been a while since that first one dropped. Yeah. Do you think the people, maybe they didn't see any of them, do you think this is a good entry piece for people? Would you suggest it? I would say people can still watch it. Yeah. While it may refer to other ones, and because we're critics, that's why I bring it up that I wish I saw that, because we're critics and, you know, totality of a story. Do you think it's still a good entry film to the franchise for folks?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the good thing they have working is continuity. So it's the same 2 guys, same 2 characters, same names, same storyline, plot. I mean, it's the same. So it's Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, it's Mike Lowry and Marcus. He's Will Smith still driving a Porsche. Like there's continuity there. So if this is your first one since the first movie, or if it's your first foray into the franchise at all, and you just are familiar with, hey, it's Will Smith and Martin Lawrence teaming up, then yeah, this is fine because it goes over past history and shows some cut scenes from the past, like archival footage and stuff. So yeah, I'd say it's still a good entry point. Yeah.
I agree. I just wanted to highlight that since we're both talking around that and about that. So let's talk about it, man. What did you think stepping into this? Again, you saw the number one way back when. We're now in 4. I think that I personally think that these brothers got the chemistry to full effect. Maybe wish they actually did quite a bit more because they're amazing together. It's a great buddy film, and we kind of grew up with buddy films in the 80s, 90s. Yeah. What were your thoughts on the story, the cast, just them doing their thing? I felt also a little bit aged up, if you will. I felt like, man, the things they're going through and experiencing right now, man, that's what I'm going through right now. Like, damn, I am getting old.
Yeah. Look, it'll remind you how old you are. It'll remind you that you were born before 1990 for sure. That's for sure. I liked it. I thought it had a little bit of a slow start. I think Martin Lawrence did a little bit of reaching with some of the comedy, just a little bit of it though. Outside of that, I thought it was great. And I can tell you this for a fact, because when it comes down to Black people, there are like cult hardcore followings. There are slobs of people out there, large swaths, who think that show Martin was the greatest thing to ever happen to television. And those people will be going specifically to see this. There's another sect that think that The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was the greatest portrayal of Black people ever because it was suburbs and it was funny and it was Will Smith and all these legendary people. So they are also going to go see it. And then the third group is just people who like Bad Boys in general and think that them together, like you said, their chemistry and everything is funny. And then they're going to go see it. And I know it's going to do well based off of those groups, based off of the crowd reaction in our press screening with the small group of general public that was allowed in there. Yeah, I mean, they were hollering the entire film. So I think it's going to do well. I think people are going to like it.
Definitely. And I hope so, because I think there's still juice in the bottle, if you will. I really enjoyed what they did with this. And I could, as a creative myself, I can see other storylines to come up out of this. Any favorite moments that you had? I'll quickly start with mine, John. I mentioned Reggie earlier. Yeah, Reggie apparently, and again, because I didn't see the third one, is Martin's son-in-law's character in this. Is it his son-in-law or is it his?
No, it's his son-in-law.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking because it was the daughter, the wife, played by Tasha Smith. Dude, I love me some Tasha Smith. I just got to tell you that right now. Tasha is in there playing the wife. But yeah, so there's a son-in-law and they got like a grandson or nephew or maybe, but Reggie is this character who is a Marine, plays video games. I think very relatable to today's generation. There's a scene where he encounters some of the baddies in this film, led by Eric Dane. And my man just goes straight up Call of Duty and gives a hand salute. And as a former military cap myself, I loved that. And just, it was props, man. But that was really cool. And and also just the camaraderie with Will and Martin about the character. Cause it's what fam and some of us old heads would do, in family. We talk about each other in the family. Oh, this motherfucker right here, you gonna let him go do that? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got that energy and they captured that perfectly. But then at the same time, whereas we know, because sometimes we're the ones being talked about in family. Okay, you're gonna talk about me? I'm gonna show and prove. In that particular scene, he did that and gave that salute. Loved that scene. How about you, John? Did you dig that scene too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he was my favorite part of the movie. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. But no, the two parts with him, the last one specifically when he went first person shooter on him, that was amazing.
The whole crowd was in uproarious. Like that was beautiful energy there.
Yeah, there was an applause. Remember, if you remember,
yeah,
there was a
definitely.
I think for me that was probably like peak funny right there, because to your point, they had been roasting this guy the entire movie. And I'm sitting there like, dude is in the military, and just like typical, like, because I'm think this probably would have happened with you too, just like parents of color, like you have a job, you're responsible, you happen to have one moment of rest, so you're playing a video game. The hell are you doing? And he's just playing a video game. And he's like, don't you have a job? And he's like, I'm in the military. And he's like, you need to go deploy. Remember that? He said, you need to go. Like, what's wrong with sitting there playing video games? Seriously.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was by far my favorite part for sure.
Tell it. All right, man. I want to also get to like favorite character, but I think it's Reggie as well. I think he really shined. But any other characters that you enjoyed? I really liked. Let's give nods to Will and Martin, man. I loved, they're in their fourth film now. They've aged up, which it's fitting and it's relatable. Yeah. But they're also going through different things in life. I thought the chemistry again was solid, but also just expanding and aging these characters up and what they're going through as fathers. A son that came back into the picture again. I didn't see the third one. Where did this a legitimate son come from? And then here Martin with his Rambo son. Like all of that. What did you think about just some of the characters and cast?
No, I like that they did that again. Keep with continuity. Same characters. I mean, characters grow old. When I see things like that and people stay the same, I usually call it Bart Simpson syndrome because he's been in third grade for 3 decades. Like, nah, let's be realistic. So they're aging. Martin put on a little weight. Will got buffer. So the kids are growing up. He has a son-in-law now. Like, I like those things. I didn't really think too much of Vanessa Hudgens. I do like the guy who played Armando, and I did like Will Smith's wife, Christine. I like both of them.
Yeah, dug them. And it makes me really want to know about the third one and where do these kind of characters in that relationships, because there's a lot of different tie-ins there that I feel like is somewhat missing, but still could flow. Again, if this is your first introduction watching the Bad Boy series, go back, check out the other films. But again, I think, if you enjoyed this ride that you went on, go back and definitely check out the others. One of the things, though, that I want to talk to you about, brother, that was on top of mind, though, watching this, anything cop film, I got to say, in today's world. The Bad Boys song, was different back then, and we watched Bad Boys. We supported that film way back when. But cops in films and cops in life, I think a lot of us, our feelings, especially if you're a person of color, we feel a certain way. Did you feel any of that at first and had to adjust in your mind? And even because, I don't know, the Bad Boys song, because it was from America's Most Wanted, well, not America, from Cops. I feel a different way about that track now. Because we got a lot of Blue Lives Matter cats out here and all that other BS. There are some good cops out there. I ain't gonna lie. We all know this, and it's necessary. But there's also problematic people out there. Did you have to do any of those adjustments? Because I felt that kind of way, and also in supporting and celebrating film that features cops and all that, even though it's again a narrative and all that. I'm a person of color, and we all know what's out here in these streets.
Yeah. I didn't have to adjust for this one, so for me it wasn't too serious. I was surprised when they brought the song back up unannounced, out of nowhere. Because because if you think about it, they made a scene just for that. They filmed it outside, like on a roof, and they just brought up the song, and then he convinced them to finish the lyric, and once they did, they just dipped. So if you think about it, it's like we really didn't need that, because it was less than a minute. And it's like, why did they even do that? But I mean, it didn't bother me. I didn't have to adjust. What about you? Did you have to?
Yeah. Well, the song is kind of was one of the triggers.
It triggered
but just
you?
Overall, it's kind of difficult watching. I gotta say, cop type films. The lead character that you're supporting, the hero. These arches now, especially. I think it's more noticeable when it is a white lead actor, which most of these films, are. But then when it's our community, in the reality of the world now, I think the situation somewhat plays different, and you kind of are half curious: are they going to speak on things to a degree? Although this maybe isn't that type of a place in space for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just that, and then there's certain like I think again like the Bad Boy song is synonymous with cops and just all of that, and just and the vibe of where this used to be, in celebration of cops and all that. And I'm not talking bad to, there's a lot of good cops out there, but then again, just, there's a different community and we're in a different space right now in the world.
So yeah, trigger warning.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Some of us have a little bit of PTSD because of life.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a person of color, because we're the most targeted in that respects. So, but anyways, with that being said, I laughed my ass off. I had a good time. And I'm definitely recommending this to people out there, but I just wanted to also put that nuance in there because we are, out here. And if you are feeling that same way and you're not sure of it, you're seen. So I want to let y'all know you're seen. I feel it as well. Any other final comments on Bad Boys, Ride or Die, John? Anything you want to tell people about the film before we get up out of here?
They're based off of what I saw. They're probably going to make a 5th.
So do you think it has the juice though?
Yeah.
I think I could see a 5th one. And I would like to maybe see a 5th one. Yeah.
They can't take the same amount of time as they did with the ones in the past. They need to go on and do it. They need to go on ahead and do it. But I could see there being a 5th one.
Yeah. I want more Reggie. I want more seeing Martin and Will kind of lead this team. I didn't mind Vanessa Hudgens and her hacker boyfriend, if you will, that are also the cops. But also Armando, this Will's illegitimate son. What's going on there? There's a lot of threads that they could still kind of tug on and create something with it.
Yeah. Oh, let me throw something out.
Yeah.
In the 5th, if they go that route, I could definitely see Will gaining and building more of a connection with his son Armando, and Will retiring and Armando taking his spot.
I wouldn't mind that. I
could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, I could see Armando and Reggie. Why not the two sons be the next gen?
Could be interesting. That would be a move too. That would be a move too.
Yeah.
Because Armando is more serious like Will, and then Reggie is goofy like Martin. Just not as outgoing. He's just more quiet, but that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Look at you. You need to executive produce it.
Hey, I'm here. I'm ready to work. Hey, my man, John, how can people check you out on the Peach Review? Anything new coming up before we get up out of here so I could spread the love?
Cool. As I'm sure you know, everything for the next 2 weeks will be based on Tribeca. So holler at us at thepeachreview.com, and then all the social media handles are at The Peach Review.
There you go. Shout out to my brother, John. All of his links are in the description below. Go shoot him a follow, subscribe, stay tuned for that amazing Tribeca content from my brother. It's your boy, Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. You're already on here. Go see all the plethora of content we got for you. We're talking wrestling on Kayfabe Baby, all the interviews, the gaming, the checkpoint, game bites, my WTOP spots. Woo! We put in work, y'all, and we got more to come. I salute my brother John over there. It's your boy, Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. What's up, y'all? Your boy Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World just got out of the press screening for Bad Boys Ride or Die, and the show thoughts coming out the joint. It's fire. Yo, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, they have a great chemistry that you don't want to miss. They're bringing it back again. I didn't see Bad Boys for Life, which was the one that preceded this one, and I will have to say to you and suggest to y'all, you may want to check it out. There's some storylines that carry on from that last one, so check that one out. But you don't have to see it in order to see this one, but I would suggest to know a little bit more and have a better appreciation of the story, check that one out. But I'm going to talk all about this in my full review on the NRW, so look for that. I'm going to be talking about it on the radio. Check it out, y'all. Get your tickets. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. It's your boy, Creepy Nerds Rule the World.